Okay, everybody, so we have officially caught up on some of the editing that fell behind on during that month was on the road. So now we can kind of end our Karambwan AFK here. Have been hoping for a second hard clue just because it's awfully tough for us to be able to get a lot of the steps done here, but we're watching a game right now, so maybe we'll see if we get one more, but otherwise it's time to be done with this. This book of knowledge that we just picked up should get us a level here. 585, yes, there we go. 40 herb lore, all right. I can clean irrits, so that is nice. But now the question is, what do we do now? I think we're going to finish up this inventory of Karambwans. We'll see if we can't do this hard clue. And we have a couple of medium caskets that we stacked up over this past weekend while we were doing all this. So we're going to run through the rest of that stuff. And then I think the next plan is, while we're watching our beloved Cyclones and beloved Packers here, do something that's not AFK but doesn't require a huge amount of paying attention. And I think that's going to be Guardians of the Rift, because we are down to like 95 law runes or something. So we need runes, we need rune crafting levels, of course, and we don't need to do the other quests until 65 rune craft, because we can't even do death runes until 65. So I think that's going to be the play, is we'll finish out this inventory, do the clues we can, open up some caskets, we'll show everybody those, and then we'll move on to Guardians of the Rift, most likely. So that is the plan. Okay, it happened. We have a hard clue casket on the account. Alright, let's go run to the bank. We will grab the other couple mediums that we have in here, but I really did not expect to get this done. I guess we do have access to more areas than the last time, but I mean, still just a ton of things that could have blocked us here. So, alright, this is really awesome. A lot of potential stuff in here. Alright, so let's start off with the mediums here. And first up is just some runes. Obviously, the ranger boots are the main thing we'd want out of here. Nothing, and nothing there. Okay, so no big deal there. But the big money one, what do we get out of this hard casket? Nothing. All right, well, some money in the battle axe and then some sharks. So bit of a bummer, blood runes, I guess, but oh well. That's the point. You do a bunch of those. So, all right. First sharks in the account, cool. Some alchables, cool. Let's go and probably gear up for Guardians of the Rift. We may change our mind there, but that's the initial plan right now. So, actually, an exciting change of plan here. Was getting ready to go to Guardians of the Rift. And you may be wondering why we're over here stealing cake. But one thing that I actually forgot all about, but recently just dropped, I think it literally dropped this week. In fact, the crier, if he does it, you'll see, he's still yelling about it. They finally changed Winter Tot, so you don't need to worry about your hit points anymore, which means we don't need to worry about burning a bunch of high-level food. So I think we're going to steal, yeah, see, a Winter Tot update has arrived, so it's officially live. A few big things. They've made changes to how the game interacts with your HP, so you're not as punished for not being only 10 hit points. So we're going to steal probably a few hundred cakes just to get us started there. And they've also changed some of the way the rewards work, but I think I'll go over that once we're actually in the game. But I think for now what we'll do is steal, I don't know, 300 to 500 maybe cakes just to get us rolling, because we did get 50 fire making during our month of travel for work, so that we could play Winter Tot when these changes arrived. And they're here, so let's go make good on that goal and see what we can't get out of that fun grind, and see how the new game changes are. But first, let's steal some cakes. So we'll deposit this inventory and we'll get on it. Okay, so our thievery of the good people of Ardoin is finished. We ended up with 450 cakes. That should be a great plenty. One other item, or two other items, I should say, we need for Wintertop. If you are unfamiliar with the game, you need to wear 4 pieces of warm clothing to help out. And warm clothing is a variety of different things. One of the items is a bear head. Another possible item is a rainbow scarf. There's way more than just these, but these are what we had in the bank. And that leaves us needing 2 more. We did charge up these rings of pursuit, and one easy thing to get is polar camo. That is what you get from hunting polar kebits, which are easy to get to. They're just right up here in the hunter area. So with our ring of pursuit and the way it works now, we should be able to track this very, very easily. We just need 4 polar kebit furs, and we can take those to Varrock and get the other pieces of clothing made, and then we will be good to go. So I think we have everything we need. We have a full ring. We need 4 furs. I'll bring an extra just in case. But let's go grab some polar kebits, and we will be good to start up at Wintertop.
Here at Polar Kebits, we get to see one of the nicest quality of life changes they've made. Look at that ring of pursuit just going. This is why we went and got all those opals and enchanted them into this. It makes these kind of hunter rumors so much easier to do. Instead of having a 1 out of 25 or 1 out of 10 chance to show, they have a 100% chance to show the entire route, and then it breaks after 10 uses. So we will just be going back and forth here to get some of our polar kebit fur, and we'll turn that in for the rest of our warm clothing. Here we go. Buy 1, buy 2, and we are all dripped out in our warm gear for Winter Toad. Ready to roll. There are some other items we already had in the bank we could have used, like we could have wielded a fire staff, but then we can't hold on to our axe, so not much use there. But we are ready to roll. Let's head out. Well, there it is already. 1 game, 1 level. We are at 51 fire making and 3 combat achievements. All right, that'll help us towards our combat achievement goals here. Let's go ahead and I don't know if exiting resets our warmth meter, so let's just pop in and out here really quickly. So we'll leave and head back in. I've not played this warmth meter on before. And no, it doesn't reset the warmth meter. Okay, so we can't just cheese that. But let's go ahead and start the next game here. And I think we'll also do a quick explainer. I'm sure most people know what's going on here, but let's do an explainer for anybody who is new to it. So as we already mentioned, you need 4 items of warm clothing, or you want 4 items. You need an axe, a tinderbox, a knife, and a hammer, generally. You want the hammer, you don't need the hammer. The Wintertop, you start off by lighting these braziers, or braziers, whatever you call them, and then you come over here and chop some roots. Your inventory will fill up with these eventually, and you actually won't get interrupted while you're doing this. But you will get interrupted by the cold sometimes, which will interrupt your actions, so you can't go, like, see there, cold of the Wintertop seeps in your bones. And it hurts what is now your new warmth meter. This is like your hit points. If this goes to 0, you will die, and this is not a safe death. And as long as you eat something with at least 4 points of healing, so 1 slice of cake, that's why I went and stole all those, it will heal this up quite a bit. So we will be fletching these. You don't have to, but you get better points for fletching, as well as fletching experience, obviously, which we are interested in. See there, it just interrupted us, so we stopped fletching. So that's something to keep an eye on. And then really all it is just inserting these kindling or just the logs. You can use either into the fire here, and it attacks the winter toad, and that's it. The biggest things are you need to keep these lit. You need to keep your pyromancer alive, which you do by making potions. We didn't make any, but you just gather these roots, and then there's a crate here where you make the potions and use them on him. But you just use these into the fire, and then these points up here in the top left will go up. The important thing is you need minimum 500 points. 500 points is what's required to get a reward crate. If you don't get at least 500, you don't get a reward crate. For every 500 points after that, I think it's 500. I'll put the number up on screen in case I'm wrong. But for every 500 points after that, you're guaranteed another crate.
and for every percent you get above that, you get a chance at another crate. So if it is 500 points, say that you get 500 and you get 900 points total, you would for sure get one crate, and you would have a 80% chance to get a second crate. So that's what we can do with that. They did increase the time between these. You used to be able to get hit all the time with this. Ooh, I'm not paying much attention. Combat task for repairing that razor. But the important things you get from the reward crates are this outfit, which helps out. It's all warm clothing, and I think it also helps with your XP. You can get a broom of torch, which acts as a wearable tinderbox. So you don't have to have this in here anymore. You can get the Phoenix pet from it, which is obviously super hype. You can get a dragon axe, which is 1 out of 10,000, so extremely unlikely, probably not going to happen. And you can also get a Tome of Fire. If you remember the Tome of Water we got from Temperos, it's the exact same thing. It just works with fire runes instead of water runes. So those are the big ticket items from the crates. You can also get fish and herb seeds and other stuff in there, so those would obviously be very helpful. But we will get those in time. But honest to God, other than the warmth meter being great, so we don't have to burn through a bunch of fish or anything else, the biggest change they made for quality of life, I think, is the fact that crates are no longer unstackable and automatically go into your inventory. It used to be that you finish a game, you get one crate into your inventory, and you could either open it right then, or you would go put it in the bank. And they did not even stack in the bank. So you would just have dozens of these crates piled up in your bank and have to open them all the time because you would run out of space immediately. We will see here, once we finish this, and we get a lot of experience per root we burn, and also a big chunk at the end. So there we go, 53. But if we come out here now, you'll see that next to the bank, there is a large crate. I think we can see here. Yeah, so we now have this reward crate, which is similar to the pool at Temperos. And we can check on that. We're owed 8 rewards. So there you go. See, 8 rewards from the pile. I think what we will do, no need to do it all the time, but I think we'll probably check it every 10 rewards or so, because we do want those pieces of the kit, and we also want the broom of torch just to make things a bit easier. So I think we'll go ahead and grab those. And this, we will go ahead and just grab one of these herbs, and we can now make the potion. So now we can heal the pyromancer if he needs it. So that's the game. Pretty simple, but yeah, let's start knocking these out, and we'll just record as we get, let's say, every 10 or so crates. We'll just record as we do some crate pulls on that and see if we get anything else. Winter Tot Novice for 5kc. And we have 13 rewards in there, so let's just go check on those now, and then we'll decide whether we want to keep doing these every 10 or what. But they come by a lot quicker and a lot easier now. We don't have to have all the crates in frickin' inventory. So lots of stuff we can get here. Seeds, herbs. Don't care about the fish. Renar seeds, let's go. 2 diamonds, all right. First unique, broom of torch, let's go, let's go, let's go. That's awesome. All right. The broom of torch, I don't know. I'll have to look up exactly what, I think we can. There we go, yes. So that was the other change you made. You can now wield this offhand. I don't think we need to have a tinderbox in our inventory anymore. So that's super awesome. Glad to get that right away. So we can put that in there. The rest of this stuff, I don't think really, I mean, we'll just pile it up and kind of see what we end up with. The loot tracker should be holding on to all of it. But we will just leave it all in here for now and kind of see what we end up with. Okay, so a few things there. 58 fire making after 10 KC. That's another combat task. Or combat achievement, I should say. So let's go check on our rewards crate here. And just to kind of show where we are after 10 KC, starting from 50 fire making. Doing fletching in the mass worlds. We grabbed 8 fire making levels. and a couple of fletching levels. We just got to 35 on that game as well. So that's kind of what we're seeing. Let's see what we get out of this crate. See if we get anything good. So yeah, that's more what we'll expect from here. It was very lucky getting the Brumatorch right away, but let's put all this stuff in the front so we can see any new stuff we get. But yeah, so that is what we're going to be doing. I would think we'll be here for at least 150 pulls. So I would say we'll be here for at least 150 KC. I think would be the route we go. So let's set that goal for 150 Wintertot KC. No point staying in there while it's doing that, but yeah, that's going to be the goal of this video. Is we're going to get 150 KC here at the Toad. Checking in, probably we'll just grab the rewards chest every skill lamp, thank you. We'll just check the rewards crate every 10 KC. So let's go with that. We're going to do 140 more KC here at the Toad, and we'll check this 14 more times. So that is the goal that we have just decided on right now. Okay, and as we hit level 63 fire making, that is KC number 20. So we have 30 rewards to go get. Let's go ahead and see those. Hey, there we go. That's a new slot. We are clogging, and that's it. All right, awesome. We can go ahead and put this bad boy on. What a way to end the night here. Pyromancer Garb. I actually don't think this is the one we need. You need either the top or the legs for a clue step, and I do not remember which one it is, but all right, this is a great spot to end the night. Like I said, we're still working on our goal of 150. We are at 20 KC right now, and we are ending the day with the Brumatorch and the Pyromancer Garb. So a very good day all in all, but let's go ahead and put these... Oh, hello, Winter Toad. What is a Chili Toad? Very excellent. Very good. Yeah, let's go ahead and put this stuff into the bank, and we will be ready to start off again in the morning. Still going strong on this, so we can hopefully kind of grow some of our gems and seed collection. It's already been a big deal getting just 5 Renars and some herb seeds, so very, very pleased with this. But yeah, let's come back tomorrow. It looks like our grind, mini grind, whatever you want to call it, to get those few hundred cakes is unnecessary, because now with these changes, you actually can heal up with the potions that you make in the game. So we actually don't need those cakes anymore. So I think we're going to try it without them, just to save up some inventory space. Who knows, maybe we'll want to use cakes for something else in the future. But I think if we take a few of these, because they're all 4 doses, and we just make these, then 1 dose of this heals, I believe, just as much as a piece of cake. So we should be good to go here. We'll make these and start in on this game, and do some thinking on whether we want to move to solos or not. But for now, we're going to stick with Mass Worlds. Oh, and look at that. The time flies by here at Wintertot, especially when we're playing this while watching the new Legend of Vox Machina series. I'm always enjoying that on the side. 25 pulls from the rewards pile. Let's see what we get here. There we go, 75 fire making and burn magic logs, light an abyssal lantern with magic logs. It is crazy how fast these levels come in here at this game. Like, I knew it was fast. I know it's fast. I've done this before in leagues. I've never really done it before on my main account just because I never really cared about fire making, but it is legitimately pretty crazy how quick the XP is here at this minigame. I don't know, honestly. I mean, we're already at 75, and I think we've been here for 4 or 5 hours, maybe. There's other things like Temperos, Guardians of the Rift, and stuff that are similar. I don't know that I would want the other stuff to be this fast at leveling. It kind of just feels like it throws off the whole curve to me. And I'm enjoying it, of course, but I really don't know if I'd like it if Runecraft and fishing and other stuff had a mini game that was this fast. Certainly feels different than other parts of RuneScape. Honestly, this feels closer to leagues than anything else. So we are enjoying it, though. We enjoy all these levels, close to those 1250 total worlds. So keep pushing on. Hey, that's a collection log slot. Warm gloves. All right, all right, all right. We can wear those, and I think actually those don't even... Those do count as warm clothing, I believe, but there's something that's a little different I thought about. But there we go. That was the second to last one. Okay, so we now have the warm gloves, as you can see here. And as far as what we need left on this outfit, I believe this is the boss. Yes, it is. There it is. We're at 205 rewards claimed, and we have seen 2 pieces of the outfit and 2 Bruma torches. So that is where we stand. We're still waiting on Pyromancer boots, the hood, and the robe, as long as these are the 3 big ticket items. So hopefully we can get one of those. But we have 70 more kills to find something. Oops, did we get rid of everything? No. 70 more kills to find something good in here. So we're going to check back in at 100 KC with the next opening. Okay, everybody, here we are at 125 Winter Toad KC with a nice amount of rewards owed to us. Let's go ahead and see what we get out of here. It just had a beekeeper event on the way out the door. So what can we get from 69 pulls on the reward cart? And that is the last one, burn pages. So no more uniques once again, but we can go grab our stuff. So we're still sitting at not too many uniques, but I think we're on rate if I remember right. But either way, let's grab this. We already have that. And we can jump back into Winter Toad for our final 25 KC to get to that 150 mark we've been looking for. Okay, everybody, so we have 2 more KC to do before we hit our 150, and I wanted to change it up a little bit because I've seen, some chatter about doing it solo versus doing it mass. So for the last 2 KC, I'm going to do them solo and see what we get there. We should get more rolls than on the other mass worlds on the supply crate, but wanted to try it for a couple KC, see how it works with the new system. Used to have to bring in food and all that stuff, but now we can just stay here forever in theory with these rejuvenation potions here healing us. So wanted to try that. We will check back in. Might go ahead and record this as we try this. I know we're supposed to keep the energy low, but I'm not exactly sure how low. So we need to light all these. And we do have the agility level, luckily, to get across over here. So we can just jump these. You have to click each one. Cool. So we go and light these. Okay, and they do attack even without wood in them. So that was what I was concerned about. I didn't know if we'd have to be chopping the entire time. But we can go, once we light all of these, we are now good to go. And I think we can just come chop over here. And it used to be, I think, best practice was to do this and then go hang out in the main area so you wouldn't be taking any chip damage. But now that these are just free to get and you're free to heal up whenever you want, it's not nearly as big a deal. So we can sit here and chop this inventory, fletch it down, and all that good stuff. So let's try this out. We are starting at 148 KC. We will check how many points we end up with at the end. And here are our stats starting the solo part here. 82 fire making, 83k away, 700, we're about to get a fletching level. And then construction is supposed to be the big one, because we're supposed to be able to get some pretty good construction XP out of this. So 37 construction, that's one we'll want to keep an eye on. But we will check back in once we've kind of run through this and see if we don't mess this first one up. And then we can see whether we like this or the Mass World's better.
And I realized I never mentioned one of the main reasons for us to do solo is, other than the more rewards, there is a combat achievement to get 3,000 points in one kill.
Okay, so it looks like I'm going to have screwed this up unless something changes here in like 2 seconds. Yeah, so that actually killed it. 149 KC, so that was not correct. I'm not really sure, honestly, what we did. I followed it, I kept it to like 10% and then just kept one lit. But maybe we're supposed to just leave it alone and go help the pyromancers is the only way we're supposed to get points. I thought we were supposed to be chopping roots and burning them for the points, but apparently that is incorrect. So I guess we will see what it's like doing it the other way, which maybe would make more sense to me. I saw somebody talking about it taking like 45 minutes to do a single KC, so maybe that is the correct way. That would certainly be way less XP though, an hour. I had seen somebody say it was lower, but I would not have thought it'd be that low, because I mean you'd be almost only in 4 digits. I mean you'd be talking maybe 10k an hour at that point. So I guess we'll try it that other way. We'll keep looking at videos to make sure we haven't missed anything, but first attempt there was a failure. We'll see what we can't do the second time around. We didn't even get the combat achievement for 3,000 points, so clearly did something wrong there, but we'll figure it out. Okay, so second time is the charm here. Figured out what we did. It was really pretty simple. Once we got it all set up, you know, get it down to about 20% here, and then you're just on these 2 braziers being lit. The thing that just threw me off was I was seeing people say to stay on 1 brazier and keep the brazier lit while you're chopping and fletching. I thought they meant keep it lit all times, but you do not have to do that. In fact, you should not do that to make the game last as long as it should. All you do is you go and you chop and fletch your kindling and let this recharge, and then you can go relight the brazier and fill it with your kindling. And, you know, I also had it when it was getting a little bit too low, just stop, you know, chop or do whatever, make a run around, heal up the pyromancers for some points, fix these braziers for construction points. So pretty easy peasy, but that was why we lost it too early last time. Was I had thought when they said work on 1 brazier and keep it lit, I thought they meant keep it lit the entire time. It does not. It just means, you know, you're only working on 1, keeping it between that 15 and 10%. So here we'll just keep lighting it, but no big deal there. But that was the confusion. That was what made us lose it a bit too, or finish the game, I should say, a bit too early last time. But you can see we're already well over the 3k points needed for that combat achievement, so we will be good to go. We're going to rack this up to 13.5k points, and that should take, it says it should take about 30 to 45 minutes, so we will see what kind of time we get here, but excited to see how we like the solo method. Oh, we just missed another construction level because we got hit by the cold, but there is 40 construction here, so jumping up quite a bit already on the solo winter tot grind.
about to finish this one. You max out at 13.5k points, so we can now definitely finish this off. Whoops, got hit again. We can finish this off by just lighting multiple braziers and getting this done. Not sure that I like this better than the masses, but it is interesting. I like trying different stuff. And even though this kill will be KC 150, I did say we were going to do 2 solo games, so we will stick to that and do a second one because we messed up the first one and didn't get that. But we'll check in just a second here once we get this all knocked down to 0. This should be pretty easy now with these multiple braziers up and going. It should just knock it down very quickly here. So we'll check right back in. Although as we finish this, actually, I guess I should have thought of it. There's actually, now that it's the reward pile instead of an actual like individual crate, maybe that. So there's the combat achievement. But maybe, yeah, 29. Okay, so now that we are owed 29 additional rewards here, if I understand it correctly, it used to be that it maxed out at 28. But with all of the changes they've made here now, with rejuvenation potions restoring you, with the removal of the actual box itself, so there's not a cap on it, I don't think, anymore. I think you could just stay here forever if you wanted to. That's really interesting. So maybe I would be more interested in that. Like, you could just sit down for a good solid 6-hour log if you wanted to. This took me about 45 minutes to get almost 14,000 points, so I think we'll go ahead and do that again. I wasn't having the most fun here. You do also need to be careful. Almost got crashed, I think, a couple times, so that's something that can be of concern. And also, you cannot log out while you're doing this, so it's hard to go do anything else like herb runs or anything. But yeah, that's really interesting. I never thought of that. I guess I wish I would have. Because you don't need KC to actually roll rewards from the crate. You just need the points. So man, if I'm going to try to get about 15k, maybe 16k points this next time around, so that'll take probably about an hour. And I'm curious, I don't think there should be a cap on it now, so that's very interesting. Okay, so we are about to finish up. Oops, one more time got hit. We are about to finish up our 151st KC here. You'll see we have 15,990, so we'll see if we get extra points for that. We should, in theory, now. Again, my research that I was doing, and this would have been old videos because this update just came out like earlier last week, was that you used to only be able to get 28 rolls at a time. So yeah, 33 rewards. I owed 129, so we could stay here for a long time if we wanted to, basically forever. I think, you know, the whole 6-hour log with all of these. Quite frankly, I'm not really interested in it. I know that we get better rewards per hour doing it this way. The fire making XP is a bit worse. We ended at 84. I don't think we would have gotten 85 even if we had been doing masses, but the masses certainly feel a lot more chill than the solos do. And I almost got crashed a couple times with solos. One guy did try to crash me and ended up leaving. So just a little more stressful, because if you lose out, or if you log out or DC while you're 5 hours in, you just lose all that. So not something I'm super interested in. But let's go check on our reward crates and see what we get with these 129, and we'll kind of call, I think, the fire making grind. I think I'm going to get to 85, so we'll do a few more masses after this, but let's see what we get from our initial planned grind here. Okay, so here we are. One other thing that I have not done yet, we check this, we have 129. We can big search this, same as Temperos, where you just pull 5 at a time. So let's go ahead and check this out. Let's see what we get. Yeah, so you're doing 5 at a time. Eventos and Renars. Diamonds. Quorum Seeds. Is that the first time we've gotten those? Might be. Second pair of warm gloves. I didn't think we were supposed to be able to get dupes, but apparently you can. Or it also might just be the way that it works is that you can get dupes of the gloves and Bruma torches, but not of the clothes. I am not... Hey, okay, there we go. So I think that is how it works, because judging by... Hold on, stop searching. Judging by what has happened so far, like how we've gotten them, I think if I understand this roll correctly, it kind of like cascades down. So it rolls for the Dragon Axe, 1 out of 10,000. If you don't get that, it rolls for the Pet, 1 out of 3,000. You don't get that, it rolls for the Tome of Fire, 1 out of 1,700. You don't get that, it rolls for the Bruma Torch. And if you don't get that, it rolls for the gloves. And if you don't get that, it rolls for the Pyromancer outfit. So that's the way I understand it, but I may be incorrect. But let's finish these up here. See if we can get very lucky and knock out the robes, because that... Oh, we got it! Let's go! That's big. That's actually the main one that we needed out of this whole thing, because this is a clue step. So we can now do that eventually. You need the Farmer Straw Hat, which we can easily get. You need this, and you need the Shazian Armor 5, I believe it is. But we got it. Let's go. That's the biggest piece that we needed. So obviously the other stuff would have been very nice to get. We don't need it at all, but that is big. That's really big. I don't even know how many left we have. Probably not very many, because we're searching at 5 at a time. Let's check on the log progress here as we roll through all this. So as you can see, we have everything except the boots for the outfit. If we go to collections logged and head on down here to Wintertot, you can see that we are missing 1, 2, 3, 4 items from the log. We're going to do at least a few more games to get to 85 fire making. We'll probably do more in the future, but for now we're going to do at least a few more games to get to 85 fire making. So maybe we'll get lucky on those. The other item that we did was we went ahead and knocked out all the combat achievements, I believe. Yes, that is green log, same as Temperos. So really knocking out these difficult bosses first. You know, these are the ones that people put off and, you know, get a little bit afraid of, but you can't. You just got to jump in and knock them out, right? So get all those points, boys and girls. But yeah, that is a nice spot to stop. We'll wait until we've done all of RKC to go through all the rewards we get, because we might get a few more things. But having done the solos, having done the masses, I know we get more reward points for the solos, but I'm going to go back to masses. I just find them a lot more enjoyable. And it's always, even if it's more efficient to do it a certain way, if you're going to stop and burn out because you don't like it, it's less efficient to do it that way in the long run. So back to masses for a while, and we will be back once 85 fire making goes, and we'll finish things up. Okay, and there it is, everybody. 85 fire making. We can create infernal axes. 165 Wintertot KC. 3 rewards. We have 38 more rewards to get in there, so went just a little bit over our mini grind goal, but definitely wanted to get 85 fire making. In fact, I think that might be the last realistically useful level. No, maybe 90. Let's take a look here. As far as equipment and stuff goes, yeah, Abyssal Lantern at 90, but otherwise that's realistically the last one. I think this actually would be the final. I think this is a diary task, but we are good there. So let's jump in and collect our final 38 rewards, and then we can kind of go over what we got on this grind. The loot tracker is not working right now. I don't know. I think it used to work with the crates. It might just not be updated on Runelight. So we don't have a loot tracker to see, but we have been keeping most of the valuable new drops in their own tab in the bank. So let's jump in and see what we get. Okay. And just a few more here. One more pure essence, that's funny. And I think one more. Oh, we do get another extra little one. There we go. So that is the final bit from this Wintertot grind. May come back here for 99 in the future, but for right now, that's just what we ended up with. So we have various runes and other stuff, so it's going to be hard to tell the exact value of what we ended up with, because we got runes, we got
gems. I would say, I think nearly all these gems are from here, so we'll just take all the uncut ones out and assume they're from here. I believe they are. I think that's a safe assumption. The seeds, the mahoganies, saltpeter, for whatever that's worth. These are all from here. The U-logs are from here. Irits, of course, teaks. The forms, the Adior, magic logs, snake grass, and the burnt pages. I don't think these actually are worth anything. But this should be the bulk of what we got. We also got some fish. I know, I guess, that all the raw sharks are from here, I think, but I can't be sure, so we'll just leave those there. But this should be the vast majority of what we've gotten out of here. So if we do a price check, 2 mil, which is pretty nice. The bulk of that coming from what? The bulk of that coming from the seeds here, which makes good sense. 18 Renars and 11 Snappy Ds. The other thing we wanted to check on was these burnt pages. So 155 burnt pages, and if we check the collection log, I think we can see it here. So 497 collections logged, we got 155 burnt pages, and if we go to Temporos, we have 392 and 61. So so I'm sure that probably is roughly the same rate. In fact, it even looks like for 460 over 400 versus 155 over 500. So yeah, it looks like actually we're getting more burnt pages here than we did with Temporos. But we are closing this chapter out with the garb, the hood, the robe, which again, just to reiterate, this is really, to me, one of the biggest ticket items here other than the high rolls, because this allows a clue step that we can now do. All we'd have to do is quickly get the farmer's hat. So we have all this available to us now. We can start doing some Renar seed runs and some of the undiseased patches. We do have access, I believe. Have we done the Corendon Kebos? We have. With the Corendon Kebos Easy Diary done, they've changed it without favor. There is now a disease-free patch, where it always was, I suppose, but this patch is disease-free with the Easy Corendon Diary done, so we can start putting Renar and Snapdragon seeds in there to make sure we always get max value out of those. And just to also double check, Renars we can grow, and Snapdragons we can also grow. So we are good to start on that grind. But with that, guys, I think that makes a good spot to end right now for this video. So we are going to go do some of the stuff we've been putting off, you know, farm runs, birdhouse runs. But when we come back to the next one, we'll have a new goal in mind. But for now, goal achieved, grind complete-ish. We'll be back in the future. Until then, though, guys, thanks for sticking around. We'll see you in the next one.